Call to order the meeting for the month of November for the Mayor and City Council. City of Taneytown, ask Councilman Vigliotti to lead us in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, everyone. Glad to have you with us tonight. First order of business is the approval of the minutes for October the 3rd and October the 9th regular meetings with the corrections to the October the 3rd minutes. Anyone care to make a motion to approve one set or both sets of those minutes?
I move that we approve both as amended.
I'll second that.
Your second.
Second that.
All right, and all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign, so carried. Next, I have a special proclamation to read. This is November, which means that it's Municipal Government Week. And you know, you've heard it said before that the government that is closest to the people is the most effective government. And truly that is the case. It's always good to stop and remind ourselves of what we do, what we're charged with, and that's the care of our citizens. And this proclamation will address that. It's also good to remind ourselves that municipal government is not, for the most part, there are a few exceptions, encumbered by divisive party politics, that we're all out for the same goal and for the same intent, and that is to make our communities a better place to live. So the proclamation reads, the mayor and the city council of the city of Taneytown proclaim November to be Municipal Government Works Month. Whereas the city of Taneytown was established in 1754, and whereas Maryland is the home to 157 other municipalities, and whereas municipal government represents the most responsive level of government, allowing citizens to have direct access to its elected officials, and whereas in an effort to educate citizens about municipal government and the importance of their participation, the city of Taneytown is proud to promote municipal government awareness, and whereas municipal governments have enhanced the quality of life for their respective residents, maintaining natural and historic sites and structures, and helping to make Maryland a great place to live, work, play, and explore. Now therefore be it proclaimed that the mayor and the city council of the city of Taneytown, Maryland, hereby joins the Maryland Municipal League in declaring November to be the Municipal Government Works Month in Taneytown. Hear, hear. I don't guess, do I sign this one, or do you got another one? You got a better one to sign, that's fine. All right. And just to prove that all that's true, we'll move quickly into the next part of the agenda. I need to ask all the council members if they have any conflicts of interest regarding anything in the agenda tonight.
No, sir.
No.
All right. Move on to resolution, ordinances, and agreements. We have a contract to approve, or an amendment, a contract amendment to approve, and that's for the funding for the holiday lights. This is a budget amendment, rather than a contract amendment, I suppose. Is that the way, or should it read that way?
The first is the contract, and then later on is the budget.
Okay. So anyway, what we're doing is approve a budget amendment that will allow us to pay for the holiday lights and the electrical work that goes along with it. Anyone care to make a motion to approve that resolution?
So moved.
A second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. So carried. Also up for approval is the adoption of ordinance 06/2018, which is the budget amendment itself. So, someone care to make a motion to approve that?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
So carried. Next is Resolution 2018-12, our water allocation for November. Anyone care to make a motion to approve Resolution 2018-12?
So moved.
And a second.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign, so carried. Next, we have the city manager's report. Jim, do you have anything for us this evening?
Just two quick things. The Fairground Avenue water main repair is scheduled for tomorrow, weather permitting, so that should be wrapped up for good this time. And also, I wanted to make you aware that the Carroll County Health Department is doing an awareness campaign for heroin and opioid awareness, and they're putting signs up around the county, and they intend to put one up at the library here on Grand Avenue. And it's going to be a relatively large sign, but it falls under a public sign per our code and is therefore exempt as it's being erected by a public officer, the health officer in the county. So I wanted to make you aware of that. It's basically to promote awareness, and the idea of it is, the theme of the sign is, it's time to start listening is the theme of the sign, and you will probably see it at the library, or you may hear people talking about it, so I just wanted to make sure that you were aware of it before it goes up. So, and that's all I have for this evening.
Well, if they want to do more than one, they should put one down at Memorial Park too.
And
Something that people drive by.
If council likes that idea, I can propose that as an alternative location.
Or an
in
additional
trying to
location.
push
Or an
that.
additional, if they have spare signs, I think an additional location would be nice as well.
I think the library is an excellent position for that because a lot of young people go there and
Agreed.
a lot of good exposure for the sign.
Jim,
And I
I have-
trust that our library isn't the only one getting one of these signs.
There are only going to be two that are actually within a municipality, and one is at the health department itself in Westminster. The others are actually in the county at large. I'm not sure if there are others at libraries, but they're trying to put them at various county properties around, county-owned properties within the county.
All right.
I just have a question. What's the equipment on the parking lot at the meters? The stuff that's laying there? Do you know if there's stuff
Right over
laying
there.
there?
It's like some sort of vinyl flashing
Yes,
and
it looks like some kind of building equipment.
Something from Lowe's.
Was not there, was not there.
It's
Oh,
there
it-
now, it was there when I parked,
it's there. So it's stacked up next to the building. So
right at the meters.
It must have came in after we closed.
Okay.
it's the Lowe's ferry again. I wish they'd come to my house
For
more
real.
often.
And one other thing, the flags didn't get taken down for Veterans Day today, so probably ought to do that tomorrow. Any other questions for Jim? Is there any questions on the department reports? All right, how about the legal report?
Just two new matters for you. One, the Board of Zoning Appeals met last night and had their reconsideration hearing on the packaged goods store at the Old Sheets location, and it was a quasi-judicial hearing, as it was supposed to be. We had two lawyers, and they called witnesses, and it was quite the spectacle. At the end, the board approved the packaged good application for the location at the Old Sheets. And so we'll see what happens with the appeal period and things like that. They still have to go to the liquor board to get the location approved, but it has been approved at that point. The second issue is also with the Board of Zoning Appeals, the Taneytown Crossing project that was proposed for out here on Harney Road, you know, at the corner of that. They are going, they've revised some of their drawings, and they're going to be back in front of the Planning Commission this month, so in, 2 weeks? And then they'll have their special exception hearing sometime in January. The date still has not been set yet for that.
I had a person come in and say he got a letter yesterday that it was gonna be January 16th.
It was planned to be January 16th, and that day does not work anymore for any of the applicants. So we have to go back to the drawing board for another date.
All right.
So we don't know, but it'll be January.
What was scheduled to happen on the 16th?
A Board of Zoning Appeals hearing.
Another zoning
It
hearing.
will not, that's at least one day it won't occur, since it can't.
Okay.
And that's it. That's the
Thank
update
you.
on it.
Questions for Jay? All right, let's move right along. A National Civil War Memorial, again, like I mentioned Wednesday night, or I guess it was Wednesday night, yes, it was Wednesday night, that we are trying to locate a site for this, and hopefully staff and I will be getting together and we'll come up with some good information for you to report within the next 30 days on that. Just a sidebar on that, we attended, or several of us attended. I attended, Mayor Pro Tem Foster, Councilman Frazier, and Nancy McCormick all attended the Heart of the Civil War meeting over in Hagerstown last night, where they inducted their new leader, board chairman, and heard a very nice presentation on some of the work that they do. And we were able to kind of spread the word that we had some interest in this, and they were very excited about the project. And I think rightly so, because you stop and you think about it, this is a big deal for us. It'll be just as big a deal for the Heart of the Civil War trail. So hopefully that'll move forward as planned. Anybody have any comments regarding the Civil War Memorial? Let's move into the financial report. Anybody have anyone would like to make a motion to approve the financial report?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Say aye.
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 So carried. Next, accounts payable. Would care to make a motion to approve the accounts payable?
So moved?
A second.
Second.
All in favor? Say aye.
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 Opposed, like sign, so carried. Next, we have the LED streetlight project, and that's the bid award that you find in the back of your packet. And Kevin looked this over and recommended that GNS Electric of Thurmont be awarded the bid. Anyone care to make a motion to award the bid to GNS Electric of Thurmont?
I move that we award the bid to GNS Thermont,
Electric and Thurmont.
Electric of Thermont.
Is there a second?
Second?
Is there any discussion?
Just out of curiosity, how many more streetlights need to be retrofitted? Do we know that answer?
This is the last section.
Okay. There's one light on Riverton Avenue that has not been changed. All the other ones are, but there's still one yellow light that has not been done. So, just,
All right, all in favor say aye.
aye.
Opposed, like sign. Carried. And again, by consensus, I'd like to recommend that we continue with Jim Wyprek as acting city manager at least through January, and then reevaluate after the holidays and see what our next steps will be at that time. And I'd like to offer or increase Jim's stipend by the starting amount of a city manager, which I think is, I think it's 70, I should have written that down. I didn't, 76 I think is what it is, I can tell you.
So point of order, do we have to consent to keeping Jim on, but then actually vote on the salary?
No, you don't, I mean, if you
Wouldn't that-
accept my recommendation, I guess we just continue as things are. The only difference is that we're adjusting Jim's salary to the entry-level position for a city manager salary. And that's,
I just wasn't sure whether or not that would be like have to come under a budget amendment, because that would be a change in,
No, you don't need a budget amendment because the money's in the budget for city manager. So if you want to memorialize this either with a vote, the mayor asked for consensus, which means that you just ask for anybody opposed. And it would pass. But
we can make a motion and approve it if you want. I mean, if you'd rather do that.
all right, I'll make a motion to that regard.
Second that.
And, we need a second?
I second it.
Okay, all right. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign, so carried. Next, we'll have council member reports. Councilman Frazier, do you have anything for us this evening?
Yes, I'd like to thank the staff for organizing the tour of the Taney Corporation of Taneytown, Maryland. They made a distinction on that. It's been a long time coming, and I was really looking forward to it. I think that Henry had originally made the contact with them some time ago, but they're doing a wonderful job. Also, like to echo the mayor's sentiments about the enthusiasm about the Civil War Memorial that we felt last night at the Heart of the Civil War Trail event in Hagerstown. Also wanted to recognize in the Northern newspaper, this is a newspaper that covers Taneytown and is available in the local stores, that the Agora Evangelism Ministry has been honored as the nonprofit organization for the year from Taneytown, from 211 East Baltimore Street. WTTR is for many years been called the voice of Carroll County, and has done a wonderful job of covering municipal and local news. And I just wanted to mention that they made that a headline story, but did not see it in a competing paper. And it's a wonderful thing to have local news that covers this. This newspaper is called A Fresh New Breeze for North Carroll, and so I brought copies along if anybody would like to have a copy to read that article.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Wance, do you have any?
As was proclaimed earlier, it is Municipal Government Works Month. The official color is purple, represented thusly. The Baseball League is just had a small change in the board, and they're looking to make some decent improvements to some of the baseball fields and the snack shack at the park. And they may lean on the city a little bit to get some assistance on that. So you may hear about something in the future from them. Other than that, looks like we're gearing up for our first snow of the season later this week. And Thanksgiving's next week, so I hope everyone enjoys time with family and gives thanks for the many things that we've been blessed with locally and, across the world, really. So that's all, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Diane, what do you have for us?
Nothing new. The visit last night to the Heritage Museum was an interesting one. I think we made some important contacts during the networking section, and we learned that they have access to a lot of grants that we will be interested in, and we'll definitely make sure that they have a seat at the table with us in this whole thing.
Joe?
Just two very brief things this evening. First of all, remember we're in the midst of No Shave November for our police department, who are nobly raising money for charity while raising the whiskers on their faces. And in addition to that, Saturday the
It's really
20th.
catchy.
Wait, I'm gonna shave.
That's like I'm a writer or something, I don't know.
I know.
I heard that.
I read that somewhere.
And then Saturday the 24th this month is Small Business Saturday. Make sure to get out to support our local businesses in town. On that note, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. God bless this town. And if you know anybody who is going to be alone this Thanksgiving or who may not have somebody to celebrate, make sure you invite them in and offer them some warmth and comfort. And that's it from me.
Good advice, Councilman, good advice. Indeed, Thanksgiving is probably my favorite holiday, just simply because there's plenty to eat.
I knew it, I knew it. You've become
love to-
predictable, Mr. Mayor.
I love to. And we do get to visit with family and friends, so.
Before you call for adjournment, I just want to announce that we got a text this afternoon that the Recs and Parks meetings for tomorrow night been canceled. The next ones will be in December.
Thank you
that
for bringing
The
that up.
public should know that.
Good information.
I guess, trying to think if there's anything else that I need to mention besides the fact that wishing everybody Thanksgiving. Everybody's covered it all, I think. I appreciate the attendance here tonight. It's a quick meeting, which is unusual over the last several. But after spending the whole day in Annapolis, I'm ready for a quick meeting anyway.
We're real happy with Jim's performance. That's why it's so quick.
Absolutely. All right, so can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
I'll second that.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign.